So I started this company in the spring of 1985, so we're coming on to 30-year anniversary here. I started it because you have to eat. Kind of hung out my shingle and started printing t-shirts using the expertise that I'd learned, the processes that I'd learned of screen making and inks and all those types of things. And I'm not very good at marketing. I'm not interested in it. I don't like salespeople. We've never employed salespeople. So the entire business has been built on reputation and word of mouth. I spent 10 years as the merchandise manager for the Oklahoma City Blazers and the Oklahoma City Barons professional hockey team after that. Became one of the biggest clients that we had. We set records in the CHL for merchandise sales. That's a logo I designed for a team out in California. They knew my reputation through working with the Oklahoma City Blazers, and they needed a logo design, so that was an original drawing that wound up being their permanent team logo, still in use today. And that was in 1999. That was voted the #1 logo in all of hockey in 1999. This is a Affliction MMA style, really aggressive graphic done for karate championships. Part of being a high quality designer is being able to bend your style to whatever the end clientele needs, to identify the demographic, identify a style that is appropriate for that, and design an image that works for that. The hardest part of any creative process is having the idea. All of art should evoke an emotion. You should know what you're going for, the feeling you're trying to convey or trying to draw out of someone. The art that I do is in a lot of different styles. I mean, I'm really, really well known for my pen and ink work, which is completely filigree, completely tight, calculated, accurate. This piece has a lot of hidden things, which I like to do. If you look very closely, there's a teepee right there. There's the state of Oklahoma. Scissor-tail flycatcher up here. Over here we have a buffalo. All that's hidden within the design. I have a series of paintings that I painted with my left hand. And I did it simply because I wanted to lose the technical side of things and connect more with the emotional side of things. So I wanted it to not come necessarily from my hand, but I wanted it to come from my heart and from my brain and from my spirit. So those are the type things that keep me balanced and keep the creative edge to me. And they're not necessarily very commercial, but they're very important to the creative process. 30 years is a long time, and I've been doing so many commercial things for so many other people for so long that I kind of wanted to get back to my roots and draw and do what I wanted to do. So I started doing some design work and some product work, really just to please myself and to create clothes that I think are cool, that I think I would want to wear, or that my wife would want to wear, or my daughter would want to wear, just cool things. And I love my state. I'm very proud of where I'm at, so we themed the whole thing around Oklahoma. So I started a product line called Doing Fine Clothing. It's nothing more than anything I find interesting or I think is cool. I can turn it into a shirt, I can put it out on the marketplace, and you either buy it or you don't. It's different than a custom client coming in here and I have to design something tailored to them. This, I get to do whatever I want to do. So that line took off pretty well. At this point, we own a store in Bricktown in the tourist area of Oklahoma City that sells Oklahoma Pride stuff. Okie goodness is what I like to call it. And it's all original artwork, and it's worked out pretty well. We do have space available in that store where you can rent a 4-foot or 8-foot section of that and bring in your own handmade stuff. We have a new vendor in there that makes everything out of real Oklahoma red dirt, and it's formed and then fired, and it's jewelry, magnets, all these types of things, but it's all super Okie flair style to it all. There's a lot of fashion type things in there with Oklahoma twist to them. It's a souvenir store, but it's authentic Okie. I got started playing Frisbee golf in high school, actually. My buddy Rick Brott and I were national doubles champions in 1991. My shirt company was going pretty good at that point, so I started doing a lot of logos and shirts for the various tournaments all around the country. So when the magazine popped up and they decided to start one, they came to me to do the layout and design on the thing. I have art directed over 100 magazines for disc golf. At this point, it's evolved into a 64-page glossy. Its circulation goes worldwide, and it's like the flagship for the sport. It's nice to have a connection to an entire different community. In a lot of ways, a disc in flight is a piece of art too, when it's thrown properly. I sat on the board for the Norman Arts Council for a number of years, Norman Convention and Visitors Bureau, as well as one of the founding members of the Norman Music Festival. I'm retired now. I've cycled off the board and I work in a advisory capacity now. I'm a consultant and I'm a little bit of a troubleshooter, and I offer a little bit of advice. And to not have to think that I'm going to be on site for 36 hours straight is a beautiful thing. A music festival feeds your creative soul because it's a sense of community. You're around like-minded people. So it's really cool to see all that stuff happen right here in my hometown in Norman.